Growing up, most boys follow one of two paths. They either become loud, dominant, social alphas, or they grow into quiet, approval-seeking betas. But then there's a third kind, a rare type, a type that walks alone, a type that thinks differently, moves differently, and becomes powerful without shouting. This third type is the Sigma male, the lone wolf. Independent, observant, emotionally detached, and extremely difficult to manipulate. But Sigma males aren't born this way. They're created, forged, shaped by something painful that happens early in life. A childhood pattern that forces their mind to evolve faster. A pattern that makes them withdraw, detach, and rely only on themselves. In this video, I will break down the one painful childhood experience that turns a boy into a Sigma male, and how this pain becomes his power later in life. Stick till the end, because once you understand this, the entire psychology of Sigma males will make perfect sense. 1. The origin of the lone wolf. Every Sigma male has one thing in common. At a young age, he learns that connection is not safe. Maybe someone he trusted betrayed him? Maybe he was abandoned emotionally. Maybe he was constantly judged. Maybe he was never understood, while other kids were busy forming friendships and searching for approval. The Sigma child was learning how to survive without anyone. He didn't choose independence. Independence was his only safe option. This one painful realization becomes the core of Sigma psychology. I will never rely on anyone who can hurt me. This is where the lone wolf is born. 2. The painful pattern. Emotional neglect. The childhood pattern that creates Sigma males is simple but brutal. Emotional neglect. This doesn't mean abuse. It doesn't mean violence. It means something far more subtle and far more damaging. The child's feelings were not seen, not heard, not valued, not understood. Maybe his parents were too busy. Maybe they were emotionally cold. Maybe they only valued achievement, not emotions. Maybe they loved him, but didn't know how to show it. So he grows up like this. He learns to hide pain. He learns to solve problems alone. He learns not to bother people with his emotions. He learns to become quiet, observant, and self-reliant. And eventually, he learns the most Sigma belief of all. Silence protects me. 3. The child who became his own guardian. A Sigma male often grows up faster than others. When he fell, no one rushed to pick him up. When he cried, no one asked why. When he struggled, he figured it out by himself. This forces the child to develop high awareness, extreme independence, emotional control, strategic thinking, self-discipline. While other kids depended on support, he depended on analysis. He watched people closely. He studied behaviors. He learned patterns. This is why Sigma males grow into adults who can read people instantly, avoid emotional drama, stay calm under pressure, don't trust blindly, build a strong inner world. Their strength came from the pain of never having someone to rely on. 4. Why Sigmas don't trust easily. When your emotions were ignored in childhood, one thing happens. You start believing that trust equals danger. So, as an adult, the Sigma loves deeply but rarely shows it, protects his heart with logic, keeps distance until someone proves themselves, never lets others know his weaknesses. People think Sigma males are cold, but they're actually protective of themselves because once upon a time, nobody protected them. 5. The silent observer. In childhood, emotional neglect forces a boy to spend most of his time in his own head. He becomes quiet, analytical, a deep thinker, a watcher. He learns the world by observing instead of participating. This is why Sigma males are philosophers, independent thinkers, unconventional, unpredictable. They had years of practice being alone with their thoughts. By adulthood, this becomes their superpower. 6. When pain turns into power. Here's the twist. The same pattern that caused emotional pain in childhood creates elite strength in adulthood. Sigma males develop 1. Unshakable independence. They know how to survive without help. They don't fear being alone. They don't rely on approval. 2. Emotional self-control. Their emotions never break them. They learned early how to stay calm, stable, and composed. 3. High intelligence and awareness. Years of observing people made them sharp, intuitive, and strategic. 4. Strong boundaries. They don't tolerate disrespect. They protect their peace like a fortress. 5. A powerful internal world. They become creators, thinkers, innovators because they lived inside their mind for years. 7. The dark side. But this childhood pattern also creates a shadow side. Difficulty opening up, staying distant even in love, struggling to trust, avoiding emotional conversations, overthinking, believing they must handle everything alone. Sigma males carry a silent burden. They don't know how to be vulnerable, even when they want to. 8. Why people are drawn to Sigmas. Because of this childhood experience, Sigma males develop a unique aura. Mysterious, detached, calm, confident, emotionally controlled. People can feel that he's different. He doesn't chase. He doesn't beg. He doesn't seek validation. His silence speaks louder than words, and that makes him magnetic. The world respects those who don't fear walking alone. 9. The Sigma's lifelong journey. A Sigma male's adult life becomes a mission. To create the life he never had, to build emotional security for himself, to build strength from solitude, to rely on no one but his own mind. But here's the real lesson. Sigma males aren't heartless. They're protective. They're careful. And deep down, they still want connection, but only with people who won't repeat their childhood pain. So what creates a Sigma male? Not genetics, not personality quizzes, not zodiac signs, but a painful childhood pattern that teaches one brutal lesson. If no one understands me, I must understand myself. And from that moment, a lone wolf is born. A man who walks alone. A man who thinks deeply. A man who rises silently. A man who cannot be controlled. This is the childhood pain that shapes Sigma males. And the reason they grow into some of the strongest, most independent men in the world.